Hey, welcome back, guys. This video is about the installation of a Moen Flow whole house emergency water shutoff system. Had a good customer, Mike, did a lot of work for this gentleman last winter. He had the unfortunate situation where an automatic water feeder flooded the boiler and thereby ended up flooding the house, caused quite a bit of water damage. He got mold. They had to have a mold remediation team come in. They ripped up his whole basement, and he didn't want to go through that again. So he researched the different options for emergency water shutoff systems, whole house systems, decided on the Moen Flow, asked me if I would install it, and I said absolutely. So this video is about this particular installation. I don't go over how to set up the unit or in particular how it works. As a matter of fact, this is the first time I've ever installed one of these. And what I'm going to do is I'll leave links to this particular control up in the description above and in the description below this video, so you can go and see exactly how to set it up. But it's a pretty cool system, and yeah, so check out the video. I hope you enjoy. All right, so what you're looking at here is a mess done by the previous homeowner. The current owner didn't do this. He had a lot of friends. He had a lot of DIY people come in and put PEX all over the place and plastic stuff, and not legal here in New York City. Anyway, that was the 1-inch water main. You see the 1-inch water main, the copper water main coming in from the wall. They went up into the meter set. You have an inlet and an outlet side on the meter set, and depending upon where the water main is, that's where they're going to put the meter. A lot of times they're in the pit in the floor. Here's another shot of it. So you can see on the left there's a ball valve that's on. On the right, actually, Mike shut the ball valve off because he knew I was coming down to take a look at the situation. And I believe we got another shot here coming up. And there you go. So you can see the left ball valve is on, the right ball valve is off. And I have to make room where that T is, that reducing T with the plug in it. I have to go out and then come back in. That's my choice. I have no other choice. There were no 3/4 inch lines in the back of the house for me to configure this Moen Flow control. So I had to do what I had to do. And so although there's a lot of elbows, a lot of turns, this is what the job was. So I proceeded to cut out that T with my M18 multi-tool with a metal cutting blade. I cut that T in half to separate the line, and then I proceeded to take each piece out individually. And you can see here I split it. And honestly, the piece on the left there came out rather easily, but that nipple on the right stayed in after I removed the T, and you can see the end of that nipple is fairly rotted. So what I had to do is I had to go get an easy out, and I didn't have a 1/2 inch easy out with me, so I took a 3/8 inch easy out and I shoved it in there backwards so that when I put my wrench on it and it started to egg shape, I would have something to grab onto. And luckily the piece came out. It just still amazes me how, you know, one end can be rotten. You can see it's egg shaped there, but the end that was in the T was relatively in sound shape. And, you know, I had to do what I had to do. So next up, I started to prep, and you can see I used the 3/4 male by copper elbow to go back and over to the left there. I installed the ball valve so he could shut off this Moen Flow without touching the meter set in the future. I always use my my cloth there to kind of protect the walls because he just had everything repainted down there. And just if anybody is wondering, I actually still use MAP gas in a tank. I don't use any ProPress tools, and I use my trusty STK1 tip, rather small flame, but it gets hot enough for 3/4 and 1/2 inch tubing. And there is the Moen Flow. It was a pretty simple installation, but I wanted to do it as neatly as I could. So I fed in the bottom, came out the top, swung around, and then back down again. And I had to reduce it at some stage. I had to reduce it back to 1/2 inch. Like I said, there were no 3/4 inch lines back there. So I couldn't do full 3/4 in, full 3/4 out. It's just the way it was. That's what the job dictated. Here's another shot of it. A lot of stuff going on here. And like I said, all that PEX is not legal, but it is what it is. And, you know, the current owner has to work within his budget. And here's a video. So here's a video of me showing the final product, if you will. So you can see I had barely enough room to get those 2 elbows in there. And I swung it over. I put that valve in this way. I told him you don't have to mess with the meter set, because he said when he touched those ball valves on the meter, sometimes they leak. So he can now shut that ball valve off, and he can shut the whole house off. There's the Moen flow. After we got this all done, we plugged it in and we did test it. He tested it through the app on his phone, and it did do exactly what it says it's going to do. And again, I'll leave links down below and up above this video to another video by a guy called Gary the Water Guy, and he walks you through the setup on how to set up the app on your phone. But anyway, and this is it. So then I had to drop back down again, come back in, and pretty much, that was the job. Like I said, a lot of turns, yes. Could I have done things differently? Maybe, but there was a budget we had to stick to, and I had to work with what I had. On certain jobs, you have to work with the situation, so it's not always ideal. I didn't put a bypass in this situation, but everything worked out fine, and I finally left him with one of my tags, so they know what that valve is for, and in the extreme event that they have to call me, they can flip that tag around and they're always able to get hold of me. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, the previous homeowner did a lot of rinky-dink plumbing work in the house. Whether it was him or his friends, I don't know. But all that PEX you see in this video, it's all illegal here in New York City. It doesn't count. And I was looking for a 3/4 inch line in the back of the house that I could connect to, but it was none to be found. So I had to work with what I had. And although there were a lot of elbows and a lot of turns to make this installation work, I had to do what I had to do and work with what I had. So if you enjoyed the video, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of when I post new videos. But more importantly, hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, YouTube is just not going to show my videos to anybody. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Keep an eye out for a couple of videos that are going to pop up here to my right. One I chose, one YouTube chose. Guys, I'm honored you stopped by. I know you have choices in plumbing repair videos, and I want to say I'm honored. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay well and happy plumbing.